Hello guys, welcome back to the Movie Hoppers. And what movie did we see today? What is it? What's the name of the movie?
Booksmart.
Oh my God, that $1 million answer right there. Yes, that is the movie we saw. It stars people you've probably never heard of. And it also co-stars people you've probably never heard of because they're like in their 20s and they're not established actors. Um, I don't know. I forget last time if I opened with me, but what did you think of the movie? Let me hear your 2 cents first.
What did I think? What did I think?
I don't
Oh,
know.
and I apologize. I'm still sick, so I still sound really bad, and I'll be coughing and sniffing throughout the whole thing. So,
Okay. Well, yeah, you're fired. So get off my fucking show.
all right, sorry.
But what did you think of the movie?
All right, so I thought it was pretty good.
Uh,
Um, it was a good movie to see after seeing Tolkien, that absolute shit show of a movie. But hey, we're not talking about that right now. But we're talking about Booksmart. So Booksmart, is pretty funny. I thought there were moments that I was like, that was a good one. That was good.
oh man.
And it had a good arc for its characters, and yeah, it was a very good, like, mind numbing movie that you just go and you just watch it. It's funny, and you walk out having a good time.
Now, here's a question. Do you think you would have liked this movie less if you didn't see Tolkien first? Because it seems like you're really ragging on Tolkien, so it seems like maybe it brought your taste down to the level of this film. Do you think
I
that maybe if you didn't see Tolkien, maybe this wouldn't have been this masterpiece that you speak of? Do you think Tolkien
I
might have
think
just
I
done?
think regardless of seeing whether or not seeing Tolkien first would have changed anything. Like, I generally enjoyed the movie, and if even if I didn't see Tolkien first, I would have still enjoyed the movie.
Okay, that's good. One improvement this does have over Token, before I get into my thoughts, is that this movie has 0% of this movie is taken up by Tolkien going on the Titanic to go off to war. Uh, so I think that was a sharp improvement. This is obviously a sequel to Tolkien, which is weird that it released a weekend after Tolkien. But yeah, I can definitely
Right.
see the parallels between this and Tolkien. Um, very obviously.
And unfortunately, there was no um, foster care sibling on sibling action in this movie. So I mean,
Yeah. Well.
that's gonna bring the score down for me just a little bit. So
Unfortunately for this movie, it takes place so long after the events of Tolkien that Tolkien is dead and does not appear in this movie once, which I thought was
which is
a
it's
weird thing
so
for the sequel.
frustrating. I really wanted them to, like, to reference Tolkien and, like, his influence on everything.
Yes, on life itself. It is called Booksmart, and the movie Tolkien did not portray this, but so I've heard. Tolkien wrote books, so I feel like that the title might
And
be a sly reference to Tolkien's legacy. I thought that was
but it wasn't,
that
and
that was smart. Um,
yeah,
but yeah, let me get into my genius opinion. Um, Now this
go for it.
movie, I saw very many trailers for this movie, and I was like, it's not gonna be that good. It's gonna be like fucking. It's gonna be stupid. It's gonna be dumb. It's gonna be because it's one of those movies that's gonna sell and that's gonna get like 100% on Rotten Tomatoes, based on like concept alone. And I was like, oh, this is gonna be a big shit show. I'm not gonna like this. And I've gotta say, after seeing this movie, I did not like it. I fucking loved it. It was a great film. R-rated comedies get such a bad rap, mostly on the account that most of them are bad. But this one, nope. Oh, this is the best one of 2019. It's also one of two, so yeah, that's a thing too. But I enjoyed
What's the other one?
Long Shot, which was a piece of shit.
Uh,
I hated Long Shot.
mm,
Um, It had
Hat.
Democratic Donald Trump. I had no clue what it was going for. But Booksmart, on the other hand, for the first 5 or 10 minutes of the movie, I was like, okay, well this can go either way, because I didn't know if it was gonna be bad and lazy or good and smart. And I've got to say, this movie puts the smart in Booksmart because it's smart. I think comedy.
Ah,
It was funnier than I thought it was gonna be. The character
yeah.
arcs were more complex than I thought it was gonna be. Although I don't know if I should save this for spoiler talk, but I think one of the characters got gimped. I'm not gonna go in detail, but there was this one character that got this this arc. Both of the characters got an arc at a similar part in the movie, but this one character had like this big arc. Um, and it was like the whole movie was leading up to that point. There's like a bunch of references to it. There's a bunch of foreshadowing, and it was a great. I thought it was clever, and I thought it was fun. And then the other character, I don't know what the writers had against her, but I feel like her arc just kind of came out of nowhere. Literally, the only foreshadowing was like in that scene. There was no foreshadowing. There was nothing. There was nothing before it happened to signify, that was going to happen. There was no build up. Well, the other character, she had a whole bunch of build up for her arc, and it all worked out, and I thought that was cool. And the other character just got gimped. Without spoiling, do you know what I'm talking about, or am I talking out my ass here?
Are you are you talking about the two girls or like
I'm talking about
another
the
character?
two girls. What happened to them at the end of the movie? Again, don't mention it. It's not spoiler talk. But do you know what I'm talking about? Do you catch my drift?
Kinda, kinda. I think I know what you're talking about.
Yeah. Um,
I think you know.
but really, that's almost my only complaint with the movie. I thought movies are usually good comedies or like good good character pieces and actually care about their characters. Um, I thought this movie was the best of both worlds. What did you think? Elaborate on your feelings. What did you think of the film?
Um. Well, okay. So usually I didn't see any trailers for this, so I had no knowledge of what this whole movie was about.
Mm-hmm.
So when you suggested that we see it, I'm like, all right. I was a little worried because I'm like, all right, is this gonna be just another one of those awful comedies that like have no substance and it's just like really not enjoyable? Even though it's like you laugh like a couple times and it's just like, aha, that's a good one. But like just sit there and it's like a movie that you just put on in the background and you don't pay attention to. And like that's like a that's not a good movie. That's not like what a movie should be.
Yeah.
Like it just stuff thrown together and like there to just be there, just to be watched. And like um yeah, this movie was not like that. And like for like the first couple minutes, like they were like um of the movie when it began, like I was kind of just a little uneasy. Like, is this movie gonna be like one of those like kind of like feminist type thing? Like like this is bad. Um, uh, like that type of mentality, and like I was really hoping that it wasn't gonna be like that, and it wasn't. So that was good. So I was really appreciative of that not happening. And yeah.
Yeah.
So
I was just gonna say, on that regard, I think the opening joke was a complete and utter failure, and was completely unfunny. It was even in the trailer. The writers were real proud of it. The whole meditation thing, and then the joke is that she says "fuck." And that's the opening joke for the movie, and I was like, "Oh God, that's what they're using." I mean, that's what I thought. I don't know about you. I just thought that was a fucking mistake.
mhm.
Yeah, I mean, like, have you ever seen the movie Assassination Nation?
No.
Um, well, I thought this movie was gonna turn out like that because that movie had like good ideas. It was just like really ham-fisted political commentary to the point where characters would practically monologue the commentary out to you, And
Mm,
at first I thought it was gonna be like that because the trailer kind of sets it up as like kind of like a feminist piece, and I mean, I'm fine with like feminist piece or feminism in
right.
like films. It just you can't like
If you
monologue.
go too hard with it, then
Yeah,
it's like, all right,
you can't monologue your political rhetoric in your movie. If you have to, here's my rule. If you have to monologue, if you have to like practically break the fourth wall and tell your audience what you're trying to say, then you're not saying it well enough. I mean, the movie should just communicate that by itself. But
right.
that's kind of what I expected. Because there's a lot of those low effort, low risk, high reward films. Well, I shouldn't say a lot, but in the indie scene, there's like some of those films coming out, and I guess this movie is kind of indie. I don't know, but it has that feel. But yeah, I kind of that's what I kind of thought happening. And I kind of thought that was gonna happen, but then once they like got out of highs, the one scene where the this isn't a spoiler, when the girl finds out everybody's going to the colleges and stuff, like the one girl is like, oh, don't make fun of me as my fifth choice, and then she said it was Harvard. I was like, this might be good, and I was right, it turned out to be good. But yeah, that
Yeah,
was the turning point of the movie for me.
yeah.
I mean, I thought it was uphill after that, but I think we are praising this movie a lot, but maybe there might be some negatives, spoiler-free negatives we might want to talk about. How about you go first? Let's kick this off.
All right, let's see. Let's see. What did I not like about this movie?
It's good that we have to think about it. That's a sign of quality because I started out with you because I don't actually know what to say except the arc thing, but you gotta think. Oh, okay. I have
Yeah,
one.
I mean, I don't know. I don't know.
Well,
You said
the
that,
the
I mean, like, I guess I could, it was kind of a little slow in some parts.
mhm.
Like, it was kind of like almost repeating themselves.
Yeah.
Like, um, when they're hopping the parties, or like, not hopping, but, leaving them and just like standing there, but and like they're just talking. Like, yeah, it's like kind of setting up some stuff, but it more felt like they were repeating themselves. So I mean, like, I don't know. I
It,
guess like I think that could have been shortened.
yeah. One joke, reoccurring joke that I didn't find funny, and one that I saw coming from literally a mile away, so it wasn't funny the 60,000 times they did it, is that reoccurring character, that girl that was like drunk and high all the time and shit. That just happened to be at every party. That was just, I was kind of annoyed by that. Like after a while, cause
Which one? The skater girl?
no,
Uh,
not the skater girl. The one that was with the like the
in the
ginger
bathroom?
loser guy. The rich girl who like
Oh, okay, okay, okay. Yeah, yeah.
yeah. I just thought that was kind of like I don't know. I mean, I just kind of thought
It was
that was
like it
lame.
was like a cheap laugh or something.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah,
like it worked kind of once, and then I kind of saw what was happening, and then like,
right.
yeah, but I mean, what kind of nitpicking here to find problems? So that's again a sign of quality. I found this movie good. Um, One thing I want to get into is there was an ad for this movie, sort of off topic, but there was an ad for this movie on Instagram, and then I looked in the comments because I'm an idiot, and one person wrote, I'm just going to see Good Boys because that movie isn't about gender. That's
Hmm.
I don't think that just because women are in a movie it automatically is about gender. I mean,
Right.
that's just my view on it. I mean, I think women are allowed
It's
to be.
character. Like, it's a character.
Yeah, I
You
mean,
know,
like,
if it was two guys, it'd be the same.
yeah, and I've got to say, I didn't like the trailer for this movie, but the Good Boys trailer, that looks fucking awful. That's no. I don't like that
Is that one?
trailer.
Is that the one with the
The
three little
yeah,
kids?
the little kids, and they keep saying fuck, and that's the joke. They keep saying the F word.
Hmm. Yeah,
I don't. I
yeah.
just
It doesn't. Yeah, it doesn't look too good.
no. It looks like it's gonna be a piece of shit. I mean, a 9-year-old probably wrote that comment, but there's probably some like 40-year-old guys thinking the same thing. And I guess,
Right.
I mean, maybe that's what I thought. Maybe this is the time for me to reflect upon myself. Maybe that's what I thought too when I thought this was going to be a feminist piece. I've got to. Maybe that was the point of Booksmart to get our minds out of the gutter. It was the best piece of satire of all time. That's not really
Maybe.
satire. It's,
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like that's what they were going for. Finally, a movie that proves that women can be funny. We've been waiting for years. It finally happened. Ah,
Yes!
like yes,
Finally!
Donald Trump
There's
loses.
something in the running!
Hillary Clinton wins. Not my president. Not my president. Women are funny. Oh, yeah. Elizabeth Warren 2020, guys. Well, I guess Trump's to finally met his match. But yeah, I don't know what to say about that. Okay, here's something I was thinking about too. Kind of a negative is that this movie, maybe this is might be kind of what you were saying before, but this movie kind of feels like a series of vignettes rather than like one complete story, because
Yeah.
yeah, I think a good example of that is the part where they get high. Again, I'm not gonna spoil it, even though it's in the trailer. But whatever. There's a part where they get high and they like, do a bunch of funny stuff, and then the next scene, it's like totally ignored. There's like no after effects. There's like no them even being slightly woozy or slightly out of it. They're just completely
Right.
fine in the scene after it, and it just
And they don't even talk about it anymore. Like,
yeah, it's like they mention it
it's
once
disregarded.
and then that's like over. It's like every it. I felt I feel like every scene in this movie can be a could have been like a separate episode of a TV show, and it would have worked, and they all work independently. And I feel
Yeah.
like if you're making a movie, maybe you should connect them with a stronger plot. I don't know. I mean,
Hmm.
was that just me? I mean, I can see how that might not be annoying to some people, but that like very very mildly irked me. But I don't know. What do you think about that?
Yeah. Yeah. I think. Yeah.
Yeah, just I
It,
just
it was a little off. Like, it worked, but it would have flowed better if they were better connected.
yeah.
Definitely.
I guess that's what I'm. Yeah, flow. That's actually a good word. It's like there was like no flow to it till like the very end, which I guess
Yeah.
kind of almost worked out in its favor because the ending that ties everything together really nicely turned out to be surprising, at least for me, because I didn't think they would be able to pull a good ending out of this, at least personally. But
Mm.
I don't know. Is there anything else you want to say before you get into spoiler talk?
No, let's just jump into it.
Okay. Okay. So spoiler talk. I'm going to talk more about what I was saying earlier. Um, to give more context, I thought I don't remember the characters' names, but I'm just gonna say I thought the fat girl had a much better arc at the end than the skinny girl. Do you agree? Disagree?
Yeah. Well, I mean, she is. I think. Well, she is kind of more the main character of the story.
I
You know.
saw. I mean, I saw them as like equals. I didn't see any of them as like a main
But,
character.
yeah, they are. Like, they were very, very much an equal pair, but to me, the chubby girl was kind of like it was more focused around her.
Well, I can see how
Really.
she's definitely the driving force in the story because
Yeah.
literally
Yeah.
every time the skinny girl was like, "Oh, I don't want to do this," the other girl is like, "No, do this anyway," and they're like, "Okay." And
Yeah.
I guess that's where you get that from. I don't know. I mean, I see where you're pulling that from. I just thought that they were like both like main characters. I saw them like on completely equal playing fields, but that's just me. Maybe that was the like the writers idea going into it because the skinny girl's arc is just so out of nowhere. And that
Scary. Yeah.
like and I wouldn't even mind if the other girl didn't have like this grand arc that like was going on in the background the whole movie with the nerdy guy and stuff and you know how it all comes back. If that didn't happen, I wouldn't have minded the skinny girl having a bad arc because you know it's a comedy. But I mean, was there any reference to this girl that she ended up making out with in any other
I don't
scene?
remember that character popping up any other time during the movie
That's what
besides
pissed
that one
me
part of the
off.
party. I'm like, who is this? I don't remember seeing them at all.
The,
like, like where did she come from?
the,
I don't.
I,
It's,
the chubby girl got like this whole big thing that mapped the whole movie together real nicely, and the skinny girl just got totally gimped. It made no
yeah,
sense. I thought it was a joke when they started making out, and then they just kept going with it. And I was like, oh, I guess it wasn't a joke because she was being an asshole to her. The, the,
yeah.
I didn't, I didn't
Like,
understand
yes,
that.
it is a rebound, but like, it's it wasn't good. Like, it wasn't a well written rebound that like kind of really fit into anything.
Yeah, and like I mean, I don't know, and this is the it just I guess like the whole arc for those two characters happen within the last 10 minutes of the
yeah,
movie. There's like a complete arc and I felt like maybe introduce this character somewhere near the beginning and I could have
right.
understood, but nope, they just they
Like show them that they had history with each other or
yeah,
something.
I mean
You know,
something like maybe like the girl made out with the other girl, but it turns out she was just bi-curious, and then it turns out at the party she switches back. I don't know. Anything would have been better than
yeah,
I mean, literally the climax of that arc is that girl clip fucking her in the anus accidentally, and then throwing up on her, and that was just I mean, again, if the chubby girl didn't get such a good arc, I wouldn't have minded. But
right.
I mean, I was just kind of like, oh, that's disappointing. I don't know.
And that's that scene that is like it was. I realized that they were going for like gross out comedy,
Hmm.
but it's like
Well,
I I feel like they didn't have to do that. Like they could have like she could have turned her head, you know? Like they were in a bathroom, you know? They could have just went to the toilet or something or like got up and went and threw up in the bath or something.
well,
But
I mean,
she just
I didn't.
sat there
I didn't really see
for,
it as
for
really a gross out comedy moment. I kind of saw it as as kind of a dramatical moment. This girl is so flustered, and she I mean, it's been a very emotional night for her, and now everything comes crashing down on her. And like I didn't see it at all as like a comedy moment. Maybe that's a fault of the screenwriter. Maybe one of us is just wildly wrong. But I didn't really I don't think that was a comedy moment. And I think maybe I don't know, maybe she was so out of it that like she was she was obviously drunk and like I don't know, maybe she was high at that point, I forget. But she was obviously drunk at the time. So like that kind of almost justifies the behavior in my opinion because I mean I don't know. I just think she was drunk at the time. She like did
like yeah, I see where you're coming from. Like yeah, yeah, it was a dramatic scene, but it's like I don't know. If I felt like it kind of went on for a little too long, just like a little bit with the vomiting, and then like it
yeah.
freaked out, and then she left, and it was like I got it, but yeah, I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't know.
I can see that. Yeah. Um Also, what was he drinking? That's what really that's what I was thinking about.
Um,
It's like there was solid in there. I thought she was drinking vomit or something.
no, it was the cigarette ashes from the
Oh.
water.
Oh God. Okay.
Yeah,
Well, that's fucking disgusting. I don't know why she didn't spit it out like a normal human being.
yeah.
She just had to vomit.
That's what I don't get. Like, why didn't she do something about that besides keep it in her mouth until she threw up
Yeah,
all over the chick?
that's kind of
You
stupid.
know?
It's kind of stupid. Also, like, is this character supposed to be a jerk or a nice person? I don't know.
I don't know.
That's weird. I feel like she's a jerk that's just sexually attracted to another person, and I feel like that's not a good character in general to have in your movie. I don't know.
There was no build up and no development of the character, and like, so we have no idea who this character is besides that she's a person that hangs out in the bathroom smoking and is gay.
Yeah.
Like, that's all we know.
I mean,
And
yeah.
it's frustrating. Like, I wish that the character was developed more, so we actually know and can, like, I don't understand at least a little bit of this the skinny girl's arc. You know?
Yeah. Well, no, no. The skate girl isn't the one. No, the skate girl is the one that she liked at first at the beginning of the party. The person in the bathroom wasn't the skate girl.
Yeah, I'm talking about the main character,
Oh, okay. Yeah. Yeah. I
not the
mean,
skater.
like, I feel like there's like no excuse for either because I feel like this movie is like so loosey goosey with the story that
Yeah,
it very easily could have added whatever it wanted in. It just kind of chose not to. I don't know. It just kind of it confused me because the rest of the movie's so good that it kind of surprised me that there was like an oversight like that. You know?
yeah. It's like they didn't know how to completely end the movie and tie everything together
Yeah.
to tie like all the characters in and have a um like a fully understandable ending for everything that they were trying to accomplish throughout the movie.
Yeah.
So yeah, some
Yeah.
things I guess get left behind, but you know it is a comedy. But that shouldn't be an excuse. They should have um, the wherewithal to understand their characters and their motivations and how they should end their arcs
Yeah. I mean, like again, if the
correctly.
yeah, I mean, if the chubby girl didn't have such a good arc, I wouldn't have complained. It's just that I feel like it was a little bit lopsided.
Yeah,
I do like the part. I thought it was really clever how the skinny girl's crush ended up making out with the chubby girl's crush. I thought, huh,
yeah.
that's kind of funny.
Got him.
Yeah. What did you think about the whole fight scene? Like, well, not fight, like the verbal fight scene between the best friends, the main duo, the dynamic duo of the whole movie. They started fighting, and everybody was recording it. What did you think about that? I don't know.
I mean, yeah, I thought it was pretty realistic. Like, I got it. Yeah,
Yeah,
it was good.
I liked it, but for me, the one caveat was that why didn't the skinny girl just say something before blowing up, and why didn't she like say what you think
Yeah,
if she was in this enraged like state, you think the first thing
for
she would
months. For
yeah.
months. Yeah.
Wait, what did you say?
What? No. Yeah, it
Oh,
was for months. Just go ahead. Keep
I
going.
mean, you think if she was in this like enraged state that she would immediately like go to, well, your crush that you've been working on this entire night is making out with the girl I like, so there you go. That's why I'm so pissed off. I mean, I just feel
Yeah.
like, oh, why didn't she say that? I could have just, I mean, again, they could have even they didn't even have to change really anything in the script. They still could have had her running into the bathroom with all this heightened emotion and all that. They just I don't know. I just think it would have made more sense to just throw that line in.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean also I think I like it in movies in general when like they end in unexpected ways and stuff. But I did not like the fact that Skinny Girl got arrested. Not gonna lie.
Mm-mm.
I didn't think that was a good way to tie it up. I thought it was kind of I don't know. I just thought it was kind of stupid of her to do. Um, Again, I kind of knew it
And
was going to happen.
the only way she got out of prison was because they saw that the guy at the pizza place.
Yeah, well,
So that was kind of like a Deus Ex Machina kind of almost like to me it was like
yeah.
kind of felt like that.
Well,
Like
th-
really, like the only way you're getting out is because you saw that creep.
well,
Really,
I kind of actually I'm not gonna lie. I like the part where the character of the pizza guy came back. I like how they got her out. I don't know.
right?
There's something about her being in jail just seemed like odd, and it seemed like her character was told. I don't know, and the fact that they like crashed through the gates of graduation and like all of that, I don't know. I feel like they should have had like the whole night, like where they're hopping to the parties, the party hoppers you might call them. Um, I think they should have had that be crazy, and then the next day be normal and stuff. But
Yeah,
that's just my opinion. I actually like the pizza guy coming back. I thought that was kind of clever. I just didn't think she should have got arrested. I thought that was kind of stupid. Also,
yeah,
in that scene, were they like hiding in a closet or something? It looked like they were like hiding somewhere they could have easily escaped.
yeah. It was like a dead end hallway or something.
Ah, that sucks.
Yeah,
Also, I mean, she wanted to create a diversion, but like, how do you create a diversion to get like a party full of people to escape? I feel
right.
like I don't know. I feel like we're probably thinking
That's
way
why
too
they
much
cut
into
the
this.
scene.
Yeah,
That's
I
when they
mean, I
cut the
guess
scene out and just skip to her getting in the car.
yeah. Well, I mean, I I feel like again the part of her getting arrested was actually in the trailer, which is kind of shitty. But I feel like we're just thinking way too much into this. Um, I feel like they didn't expect people to think into this as much as we are. I mean, so maybe that's why we're finding all these things. I mean, that's just what I think.
Okay, sure. If you make a movie, you and put it out and have people able to watch it, you better be up for some criticism.
That that's true. But I mean, you can't judge. What I'm saying is, you can't judge a fish a fish's ability to climb a tree. You know,
Yeah,
and
but still, like
yeah,
just because it's like a comedy doesn't mean that can't it shouldn't be a good movie, a well-written movie.
that's true. Yeah, I get that. Um, what? Anything anything else you want to say before we close up shop?
I I kind of wished that they like yeah the the kind of like crazy guy that had the car.
Mm-hmm.
I I know that the he and the chubby girl had like that one scene that was like um heartfelt and so but I mean I don't think and like having her kiss him at graduate I don't like I didn't like that it wasn't really built up at all. Like it was just they had that one scene and then now they're dating or something. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like that
yeah.
it was kind of I'm like all right I get it but like I wish there was kind of like at least like someone else maybe like having them like I don't know.
Yeah, I see what you mean here, and I think one of the big reasons why I've been speaking so highly of that whole arc is because just because I didn't really expect it at all. So I guess that's kind of I guess I kind of earned points for me. But yeah, I definitely see what you mean. It could have been built up more. Um, but I overall I liked when jokes came back, like the pizza guy and like that ginger guy, and stuff.
Yeah.
I liked that, but I can see what you mean. Where it's kind of lazy, and could have been done better. But yeah. Anything else?
I wish they kind of had like the two main characters like when they go into for graduation, they're like still crazy. Like I get that they had that one wild night, you know, and they're like free, you know.
Well,
But they kind of like ditched they almost ditched their old personalities and had kind of no qualities of what they had before to the point of the graduation.
well,
And like yeah, I get that they changed like their arcs. That's what like the direction of their arc that they would ultimately have their personality altered a little bit, but I don't know. It felt like that it was like their old motivations were completely ditched.
well, to be fair, they did enter graduation by crashing through a fence,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
I forget what this. I mean, like, I don't know. I guess I just didn't. I see what you're saying. I just didn't see that. I mean, I felt that they were kind of uh changed by the end of it, but that's just me.
yeah. Like
Um,
it was fitting enough, but I I don't know. I felt like that they should have like at least like a little bit of what they had before.
yeah, I guess I can. I guess I can see what you're saying there. Um, I
They
feel like
almost turned into like new characters almost.
yeah. I guess there just wasn't enough movie at the end to do that. The ending was really quick. We've really entered a very negative down spiral here.
Hmm.
Yeah,
Well,
we were really singing this movie's praise in the beginning, and now we're like, fucking sucks. The fucking
well,
arc's fucking horrible.
well, we could say that we liked the beginning and middle, but did not like the end.
Well, that's not even the
But overall, and as an overall movie, we enjoyed it.
Well, I'm not. I won't even go as far to say as I don't like the end because I thought the end was funny. I just thought
Yeah,
from a story perspective, I
it
mean
was
it wasn't even bad. I guess there was just some more to be desired. I don't want to say it was bad. If
right,
anything, the beginning was bad. The beginning was kind of lame,
a little iffy.
but I thought the ending was I like the ending. Don't get me wrong. I feel like I'm being very negative and people can get the wrong opinion. But
Yeah,
I did like the ending. I did like most of what they did with the ending. There's just some
yeah,
things that they could have done better.
yeah.
Yeah. Um
There's yeah, just certain things throughout the whole movie that could have been a little better.
yeah.
Yeah, yeah. I agree with that. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
I mean, I guess it's just easier to talk about the bad things than it is to talk about the good things.
yeah.
But anything else?
Um, I like the side characters. The side characters are pretty good.
Like I'm trying to think of them. Like
That the teacher,
the teacher,
she was like,
that was kind of funny.
yeah,
N-
and who was it? The tired principal,
The retired
like
principal.
the tired, not retired, tired.
Oh, oh,
He's
okay.
like,
Oh yeah, yeah,
I hate the school. I hate you kids. I just want to go home
yeah.
and not do anything.
Well, he was the Uber
So it's
driver
like,
too. No, he. I don't think he was tired. I think he was very energetic in the Uber or the Lyft. It's funny because
yeah,
we were talking about Uber and Lyft before the movie, and this movie was a
yeah.
marketing device for Lyft.
Like, look at that.
Yeah, the screenwriters really made a very funny reference to the conversation we had before the movie. I thought that was very keen of them.
Mm.
But I mean, like, I mean, I guess they were okay.
It was
Um,
alright.
I
They were
mean,
side characters, but like they weren't like unbearable side characters and like ugh, that character's there. Like they don't have they. Don't, it's like they offered a positive environment. They weren't like really shit side characters. You know what I mean?
yeah, I just thought they were like overall unremarkable.
Yeah, and when like they're not like oh my god, this side character pops is in the scene right now, but it's like they weren't terrible side characters,
Yeah.
so
Um,
it didn't take away from anything.
yeah. So, yeah, anything else?
No, that's it.
Oh man, this well is
Me.
tapped. So
All right,
it's rated out of 10. Rated out of 10. What, you go first.
out of 10. All right, let's see. Um, I'll give it a 7. 7 out of 10.
7. So like John
Yeah.
Wick level.
No, I gave John Wick an 8. So
Oh,
like,
so below
I
John Wick.
would I would watch John Wick again purposefully,
Mhm.
but watching Booksmart, like I wouldn't go out of my way to be like, hey, I want to watch Booksmart again. But if it's like on TV and there's nothing else on, I'll watch it.
That's very interesting. We were having very similar opinions for the movie up to this point, but I've got to say I gave John Wick a 7.5. I've got to give Booksmart an 8. I got to say I actually like this movie so much. I've been hankering to see it again already. I actually enjoyed the movie. I would probably see it again before John Wick, but I don't see action movies twice very much, so take that for what it's worth. But I would actually watch Booksmart again before I would watch John Wick again. Of course, I already saw Token 5 times in theaters, but we didn't
Of
really
course.
review that, so. But yeah, I gotta.
Tolkien
So
is just kind of base level for a terrible movie.
yeah,
Let's, yeah,
Token Token is a movie, but
it's thing.
yeah, I would say I think Booksmart is better than John Wick, and you think the opposite, which is I think that's interesting because for both movies we had kind of similar opinions, but I guess that shows the dynamic of people's opinions. I guess I don't know.
But
Yeah,
like I don't really know if they're completely different genres.
yeah,
Yes, you can say like you enjoyed something better, but you could be saying that you just enjoyed that type of genre better than the other one. You know what I mean?
yeah. I can see
So I'm
that.
not saying that I like action movies over comedies. I'm not, but it's like I don't know.
Well, I think maybe part of
Yeah,
the reason for me
yeah,
is that I like seek out like there's like a lot of good action movies on the market. I see plenty of them, but a lot of like comedies, especially R-rated comedies, like last year there might have been like 3 or 4, and that's just so I guess when I see one it's just kind of like more special. But I don't know, I think this movie, I think even the fact I know I share nothing in common with these characters, and I know I kind of ragged on it a bit, but I do actually enjoy the characters, and in a weird way I kind of related to them even though I have nothing in common with them. I don't know.
right.
I feel like maybe that's what gave it the edge for me. I like the characters in this one more than I liked John Wick, which isn't bashing John Wick. It's just that I have even less in common with John Wick than I do with Booksmart. I don't know. I just really like this movie. I think that's just me though. I just like it.
Yeah, and I'm not saying that I hated Booksmart.
Oh
Like
yeah, yeah,
I enjoyed Booksmart, but yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
Um, should we do you think it's time for me to plug next week's episodes?
Sure, go ahead.
Oh, nice. Next week we are seeing Brightburn. I know nothing about this movie, but apparently people are excited for it. So yay, we're seeing
It's
it.
a horror movie, right?
It's like Wikipedia said it was a superhero horror movie. Interesting.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know what to expect. And James Gunn
Hmm.
produced it, so I'm kind of interested. It has like a
Yeah.
60% on Rotten Tomatoes, so it can go either way.
Yeah.
Should be an interesting time at the cinema. And
Yeah.
are we seeing Aladdin? Well, I mean, I'm seeing Aladdin, but are you just gonna like,
You're seeing it.
are you just gonna watch?
I yeah, I'll watch it just to have something to talk about.
Oh yeah,
But I'm not going to movies to
yeah,
say it.
you're gonna see it by your own on your own
Yeah.
terms.
Yeah.
I get your drift. I see what I can pick up what you're putting down here. I got you.
Good. Good.
Um, so yeah, I guess. Well, I mean, before we sign off, let's talk about other movies. We just like quick, like a lightning round, just for the hell of it. Have you
Okay.
seen any other movies this week that you wanted to talk
I
about?
saw Fight Club.
Oh, so I've heard.
Yeah. So, I had no knowledge of what Fight Club was at all, and now I'm pretty late to the game of
Hmm.
watching Fight Club. But um, while watching it, I was pleasantly surprised of how it was turning out, and I thoroughly enjoyed the movie. It was it was weird. It was a weird movie, and
Yeah,
I think I found it interesting because I didn't know what to expect. Because like I thought it was like kind of like a comedy action type thing, but it was very far from that.
yeah. I heard it's a very defies expectations. Uh, that's what I've heard personally.
Yeah. So I liked it. Um 7 out of 10.
7 out of 10.
Yeah.
Good story. Good score. I saw the movie Palms. Um, did you hear about that movie, Palms?
No.
POMS. It's still in theaters. It's about a bunch of old people organizing a cheerleading squad. It was awful. I fucking hated it. It was like book club wannabe, except book club had a bad script and good actors. Palms had a bad script and bad actors. So it was just fucking. It was torture to get through. I fucking hated it. There was no, there was no good qualities of that movie. Um, it was a knee slapper comedy about a grandma that has cancer. Um,
Oh.
yeah, it's an interesting choice. Um, but yeah, I didn't like it. I didn't expect to like it. I didn't end up liking it. So gonna give that one a good old 2 out of 10. It's a piece of shit. Now the other movie I saw, Shadow, a movie I knew nothing about, and a movie I'm gonna guarantee you know nothing about. Um, Now the first thing I thought when I walked into Shadow was, holy shit, this isn't in English. Um, I had to read subtitles the whole time, which I guess I was okay. But I actually liked it. It was interesting, and I thought the action was good, and it was an interesting time had by all. Good movie, 7 out of 10. Good
I
movie.
was I was actually planning on taking a look at that actually.
Really, no shit.
Yeah.
It's not in English.
I know, but
Yeah, I didn't know that. But
still. I was like, okay.
yeah, Shadow worth a shot. I like the action. The story was very simplistic, very simplistic, which was good. So my brain could keep up with it while reading with subtitles because I'm not the smartest boy. Um, but it was good. It was a good movie. 7 out of 10. Um, I guess now it is time to sign off.
All right.
Ah,
Well,
goodbye, guys. See you
well,
next week with
see
Brightburn.
ya.
First we see Brightburn,
Brightburn.
then we see
Yep.
the other movie.
Yep. All
Okay,
right.
bye.
Bye.